Okay, I am making the Quince puree next, and I'm only gonna use 4 or 5 ingredients, definitely 3. The quince. Look at this beautiful quince in here from our quince tree. I'm just going to give it a good rinse in a sink, and we're going to peel this. I've got the compost bin. We're going to core it, cut it, and I'm going to just cover it just with enough water what covers it, and we're going to cook it and we puree it, and then we add honey. I'm also thinking to make it a bit more festive, we might add some more cinnamon and vanilla extract to it. And then we're going to can it so you can hear my dishwasher is right behind you. So let's make the quince puree. I have done all the quince, so washed it, peeled it, decored it, chopped it. 1.5 kilogram I ended up with, and I put it on a boiling side. So this is now just coming up to simmer. I'm gonna give it another about 10 minutes until it cooks. I'm gonna take it off the heat, leave it for 20 minutes, blitz it, and we're going to add some ingredients, and we're going to can this lovely quince puree. Okay, after 10-15 minutes, this is now all cooked. I'm just going to blitz it, and then we add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, the quince is now pureed, and I'm going to add a cup of our honey to this mixture, and then we're going to give it a very good mix until the honey dissolves, and then we're going to have a taste test, and we decide whether we need more honey or not. I reckon we're gonna need 2 cups, but let's just have a taste test first. I'm also, because we are going to can this, I'm not gonna add the vanilla extract because that's got alcohol in it. But I'm tempting to add a teaspoon of cinnamon to it. Dishwasher's finished now. The water is boiling in the water bath cannon, so we are ready. Let's have a taste test. Smells wonderful. So yummy. I think I'm gonna add another cup of honey. Let's grab it. Just wanna use as much as we can from this jar before I grab another jar. Having our own honey, it's helped me to switch from sugar to honey in so many recipes this year. It's the dishwasher reminder. I'm done. Okay, that's gonna be plenty now, friends. At this point I am ready to add the cinnamon as well. Perfect. Give it a good mix. I would like to measure it out, so if we're really happy with an end result, we know how to make it next time. So 1.5 kilograms. It's not the whole weight of the fruit, but after I peeled it, cored it and chopped it, The chopped version is 1.5 kilogram to 1.5 liter of water. And now we just put 2 cups of honey, and we can just leave it like as it is. But I really like the taste of a cinnamon, and Christmas is just around the corner. So I think I am going to add teaspoons of cinnamon to it. Teaspoon. Good mix and a taste test, and we can fill the jars. I think I'm going to use a whisk. Whisk this together. So hard to add a cinnamon to anything. It's a tricky spice. It doesn't want to cooperate to the food. It's such a lovely flavor. It's definitely autumn and Christmas flavor for me. Anytime really, but for this time of the year for sure. Oh, it's changed the color completely. We're going to like caramelly color now. And we are changing the clock next weekend. So it's actually now just 10 minutes past 3 in the afternoon, and it's so dark. It's getting dark already. So 6 o'clock at the moment is dark, but it's gonna be dark 5 o'clock soon. Okay, I think we're good. I'm happy. Let's have a taste test, friends. Okay. That is perfect. Very happy with this. Taking out the warm jars from the dishwasher. And fill them up, friends. The water is now rapidly boiling. I'll leave them 1/2 inch head space. Going to wipe the rim. We still got some left over, but I'm just gonna leave that and use it up upcoming weeks. It stores quite well in the fridge for a couple of weeks. So, good. Tight, and we're going to water bath candies for 20 minutes. Make sure the jar's completely covered with water. And bring this up for a boil. And then I'm going to water bath can this for 20 minutes. Just squeeze that one more in there. Perfect. Okay, I think just a little bit missing. I'm gonna have to put some more water in there. A bit more. Okay, perfect. It is the next day and our Quince is now cooled down. I wiped it and labeled it. I've just put Quince 2024. So it's like a Quince jam, Quince sauce. You know, we can use it up in baking and all sorts and just eat it as it is. It is delicious. I've only used honey. So we've got all these here behind me and I am now going to put this on a pantry shelf. I am so happy how much I've managed to do with our Quince. It's only a small tree and we've not had much on it, but we had plenty. It was my best year. I am doing a second attempt on the rice pudding. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna measure out a cup of this pudding rice. I'm going to wash this under cold water and then we're going to add to that probably about 6 cups. I'm gonna start with 5 cups of goat's milk, 3, 4, 5. This one is cold milk, just out of the fridge. To this I'm going to add a pinch of salt and I'm just going to put this on stove. I'm going to use sugar today. 1 cup of organic raw cane sugar and give it a good mix. And I'm going to bring this up for a simmer in about 30 to 40 minutes. I've got a few minutes, so I'm just collecting all these dried beans from this rack and I'm going to shell these. I've just picked a load again. I know I said the frost had those beans, but there's still loads on them. So I'm just gonna do like a switcheroo. I just try to separate the different varieties. So these ones are a different variety of these ones. Some of them, these are runner beans and butter beans. And that's different again, climbing beans. They were still not ready, but I've decided to take them all off and we're gonna pod it and freeze it or cook with it. But this is definitely dry, a huge basket full. So let's get working on these. Let me show you how I ripen, how I hang all these cherry tomatoes, and they are ripening in here for us. Also, I wasn't doing any videoing, but all this basket and the other ones got the flowers, the seeds of all the flowers I've been harvesting. So we've got calendula, these little pockets, and I've named them, dahlia, cornflower, we've got dill seed, straw flour and the rest. So we're going to do exactly the same again next year. We're going to sow all these lovely seeds in spring so we can enjoy and harvest them in the summer. I am growing our own beans now for about 5-6 years, and every year I grow more and more and all different varieties. So now for the past few years I don't need to buy any beans because I managed to grow a year's worth. And with experimenting with the different varieties, how can I use it in different dishes, it's worked out so well for us. I love growing our own beans. So I've just finished shelling all these lovely beans. The whole basket full is done now. And in the meantime, I'm stirring the rice pudding. And it is now getting close. It's been a while now, good 40 minutes I reckon. At least half an hour. But it's now thickening up. I'm sure the rice is now cooked at this point. I'm gonna put a little bit of, loads of cinnamon. And some vanilla extract. And just keep stirring for another 10 minutes. Buying this fine Belgian chocolate in bulk, I'm going to add, I don't know, a couple of handfuls in it. Let's start with 3. And stir it until it melts. And at this point, I think we're good now. I'm gonna wait until it cools down a bit. And I'm going to serve this with a little bit of Quince sauce I've made a couple of days ago. A Quince puree. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, that's done. Okay, the rice pudding is ready. Let's have a taste test. That is a perfect rice pudding. That is amazing. If you follow this recipe, you won't be disappointed. That is fantastic. The next day. That's a perfect texture of the rice pudding. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for spending time with me today and see you very soon. Bye friends!